Morning and welcome to the Franchise Minute. I'm Anna Wiles, the franchise economist, and today we have a father-son duo, founders of a franchise. This is Matt and Adam Cahill, the founders of SUPPLYPOINTe. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you. Thanks for having us, Anna.
Hi, Anna. Thank you for having us.
Yes, so glad to have you both. You are my first father-son duo. This will be an exciting interview. I'm pretty excited for both myself and for the audience because you have a very interesting story to share. So if you wouldn't mind, Matt's the dad, Adam's the son.
It's so hard to tell by looking at us, I know.
Yes, thank you for helping my audience differentiate. All right, so Matt, start us off. Where did the idea of SUPPLYPOINTe come from? Tell us about you and your background.
Okay. Well, I've been around the track a few times, if you can't tell. I was in industrial sales for 20 years prior to starting my business in Cincinnati in 2002. So connect those dots.
Wow.
I started selling freight and logistics, which is what I knew best, to industrial America. I was starting to make some headway, doing pretty well. And customers started asking me to source other things for them. The first thing that I was asked to source was pallets. I didn't know a whole lot about pallets at the time, but I pretended that I did. and I went out and learned about pallets. And the next thing you know, I'm doing freight and logistics and pallets. Then all of a sudden it's bulk bags they need to, try to source, or crates or lumber, one thing after another. So what ended
Shrink
up
wrap.
happening? What's
Shrink
that?
wrap, bubble wrap.
That's right. Well, we haven't gotten into that so much yet, but we've gotten into a lot of big industries here with what we've done. And what I ended up discovering is that customers needed somebody they could partner with. I'm out there selling freight and logistics, and they're saying, "Hey, can you do pallets too?" And they realized that I was kind of conscientious, I guess, as far as dotting my I's, crossing my T's, and making sure that I delivered what I said I was going to deliver. And all of a sudden, these customers are saying, "Hey, I need to be able to count on somebody to bring this or bring that." These products and services don't sound glamorous until they don't show up. And then a customer runs the risk of shutting down their production, which is catastrophically expensive. So what happened was, I always say the customers created SUPPLYPOINTe. The customers did. I went out selling freight and logistics, and they turned that business into more than that because of what they needed. Communication is so important in what we do. If you have a problem on your end, let the customer know so that they can react to it. If they have a problem on their end, you got to be there to react to it. Communication is so essential in what we do. We offer quality products and services. We offer them at very competitive prices, but the difference is us. We care about our customers. We treat people the way we want to be treated. That starts with the customer. And they feel that, they understand that. And that's how this thing got off the ground and got started. And then my number one son over here took this with no sales training or experience. I'll let him talk about himself, but no sales training, no experience. He took this business model and duplicated it in Charlotte. And in just a couple of years, he was blowing by his old man as far as production goes. And to be honest with you, Anna, I'm still a little bitter and jealous about that. Actually, I'm very proud of him. He's done an amazing job in Charlotte, and he's the reason we're franchising, because he took the business model created by the customer, SUPPLYPOINTe, and then duplicated it and then some in Charlotte. So that's kind of how this thing got rolling.
Well, that is so interesting, Matt. So Adam, tell us about how you already told me you were a teacher in Charlotte, and now you're running SUPPLYPOINTe logistics franchise. So tell us your story.
Yeah, well, I'm a Cincinnati kid, still Truett at heart. But when I graduated from college, it was really hard to find just a high school social studies teaching position up near that neck of the woods. And that's kind of how I landed in Charlotte. Back in 05, 06 is when I started realizing I might have to move away from home. And I came down here. I loved it. Just really enjoyed the Carolinas and really started off my teaching career. And unfortunately, during the Great Recession in 08 and 09, I started to see our industry really go through some strain with teacher pay, benefits, and just employment in general. I saw a lot of my friends in our industry, they were getting laid off. And I didn't get laid off, but I was constantly being transferred, and I just didn't feel like I had control of my destiny. And I didn't see any growth there. So I make the joke that at 29 years old, I had a midlife crisis. And I didn't know what to do. I just knew that there wasn't a future in teaching at this juncture, and I had to do something. So I looked at teaching at the college level and had a few opportunities to do so. I had a couple job opportunities to get into sales, which I'd really never dreamt about, because I had that. I'm a teacher. I like to educate people and change lives. But I like being in control of my own destiny. I've got a sports mentality background where I was very competitive growing up in high school and college. And when I saw what my dad had created, I was like, wow, that's amazing what you really have done. You've achieved an amazing thing. And, we talked about me potentially starting a supply point in Charlotte. And he kind of advised me that you can always go back and teach, but how often can you start your own business and build a dream? So I said, all right, man. And he's right. 8 hours away in a different marketplace with no sales experience. I didn't really know anything about pallets, freight, logistics, nothing. I went and talked to these customers, and I realized that with the golden rule that we have at our core, treat people the way you want to be treated. I really connected with these folks. I liked them. They liked me. I trusted them. They trusted me. And I started putting deals together. Pallet deals turned into shipping crates and lumber, and eventually migrated into freight. And here's the point. What I started to enjoy was the fact that I was creating residual income. These are recurring sales that I was enjoying. And also in one account, I was creating multiple streams of recurring income, because they might buy one customer might buy pallets, and then they start buying shipping crates and corrugated box and reference bulk bags. And so I kind of became a one-stop shop for these customers. And I love talking to these folks, because there were folks that you could live next door to. They're just good old folks like you and me. And it changed my life, Anna. I went from that teaching strain and scare of not knowing if I was going to have a job tomorrow to creating my own destiny. I'm a wealth builder. I'm a hungry kind of guy that wants to build something special. And when we realized we duplicated the model in two different markets, and we saw what it did for both of us, we wanted to give an opportunity for other folks to take advantage and maybe change their lives. And that's why we got into franchising. We put our heart and soul into this opportunity for folks. We want to make sure they have the top drawer training, support, coaching, onboarding, and again, the golden rule. We treat our franchisees the way we want to be treated, and it's how we grow with our customers. And that's kind of how we got started in Cincinnati and Charlotte, and how we got into franchising, Anna.
Wow, what an interesting story. I love it. And I will say that my high school English teacher went into pharmaceutical sales, and she knocked it out of the park. I don't know what it is about, and I'm an English major. I don't know what it is about people with liberal arts degrees, but they do really well, with people communicating. I think it's all those papers we had to write. Okay, well, so
I got to tell you, can I interject real quick?
Of course.
When Adam was moving to Charlotte, he's my best buddy. We were heartbroken that he was moving there. Then all of a sudden he says he wants to start a business in Charlotte. And I thought, oh boy, if I help him get set up in Charlotte, I'll never get the kid back. But you know what? We got him set up in Charlotte, and he's doing so well. He's got a great quality of life as a result. He and I have gotten a lot closer. We work together every day, talk every day. So it's been a great blessing for us. So.
Isn't that wonderful? I know that expression, when the Lord closes a door,
that's right,
he opens a window somewhere else. So
that's right.
I know that there's a better opportunity ahead,
Yep.
So y'all are a testament to that. Now, but we've got just a few more minutes, and one of the things I would love for us to talk about there are so many myths around franchising, and the number one myth I think anyone in franchising will agree with is this: everybody thinks it's fast food and just for consumers, that's all there is in franchising. And here you are, a wonderful B2B concept, logistics, customers are businesses. So any thoughts you'd like to share about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think we have I'm sorry, Adam, I'm jumping in here, but I think we have a very unique business to business model that is extremely unique. I think that what we have is an opportunity for somebody to go in and develop a relationship with a customer in industrial America. And the fact of the matter is, you can go in there and maybe start selling them pallets, but you'll develop that relationship, and now all of a sudden maybe you're selling them freight and logistics as well. They're doing domestic shipping or international shipping with you. Now they're ordering bulk bags or corrugated from you. You have an opportunity to what we call expand your footprint within that same account. So it's very difficult to make a relationship happen with a customer. And in so many sales, it's one and done. You make the sale, then you go on to the next one.
Right.
We're cultivating relationships. And not only is that residual income from that product that you sold, you now have opened the door to other products for the same customer. You get the right customer, you can make a good living just from one customer. So that's what we're doing.
Of all the franchise, I mean, what business owner doesn't like repeat loyal customers,
That's
right?
right.
Multiple revenue streams. And what I want to underscore that I heard you say, Matt, is that
Yep.
you do logistics both domestically and even internationally.
That's right.
Correct.
That's right.
So
And
really
then even in the world of pallets, yeah, it's a lot. And even in the world of pallets, if you want to ship pallets overseas, they have to be heat treated and so forth. So there's a lot involved in that as well. But we train everybody with all of those ins and outs. I learned it. A dummy like me learned it the hard way all by myself. And I was able to teach him. So it's great training in place for our folks.
it sounds like there's a book in your future, Pallets for Dummies.
Yeah, yeah. With maybe my picture on the cover. Who knows?
Adam, you and I had talked about another myth that people have in general about franchises. They think if you get a winning franchise like what SupplyPoint offers, that it's like winning a lottery ticket and you have instant money. Is that true?
I wish. If you find that, send it my way. What we've done is we've created a model where we make the comparison that we've walked the minefield. We've learned all the things that to look out for. We've made every mistake you can make. And now we've kind of got a system in place where we've brought other franchisees, other great people in our system, our folks that feel like family, and we've been able to create success in those markets. To their credit, they've created a lot of their own success. We've put systems in place to support them. And that's what we do. My dad referenced the training. I'm a former school teacher. I think we've heard that before, but I really put my heart and soul into training on the front end, but also ongoing. We want to make sure these franchisees feel the support. And the last thing we ever want them to do is have that island feeling like they just bought a franchise and now I'm on my own. No, we have mastermind groups. We got quarterly sales training rallies. We've got weekly sales support calls. We're reaching out, internal newsletters, talk to our vendors. They come on for a special call. We want the franchisees to feel the love and the support. And the fact of the matter is you got to mind the storefront in some capacity. We don't have storefronts. We don't have machinery, no inventory. It's a business where what you put in is what you get out. Mm-hmm. Customers are dying to hear from you. They want to hear about the products and services. And if you go and network with them, get in your community, and you build those relationships, they're going to continue to pour more business into your lap. And so you're going to eat what you kill. You're going to really sky's the limit. There's no cap on the growth potential at SupplyPoint, but you got to get out there and you got to keep the hours open from 9 to 5. You really do.
Right. And I love that it's an essential service. It's what I call a steady franchise, no matter what's happening in the economy, politics, world events. Businesses still need pallets. They still need item A to point B.
In fact, during COVID, Anna, our business grew. Mm-hmm. So,
well, excellent point. All right, gentlemen, we are out of time. Thank you so much for being here. This is father-son duo, Matt and Adam Cahill, co-founder, or I guess I should say founders of SupplyPoint, and Adam's currently the CEO. Gentlemen, thank you so much for being here and sharing your wonderful story with us.
Thanks for having us, Anna. We enjoyed it.
It was really fun. Thank you, Anna.
I enjoyed it as well. And so if anybody wants to learn more about SupplyPoint, what should they do?
Go ahead, Adam.
They should get in touch with you, Anna. I think
Anna.
Yeah, you. You're very good at putting the right people aligned with the right systems to make sure they're set up.
Absolutely. That would be great.
All right. Well, thank you very much. And thank you, audience, for joining us. Come back next week where we're going to talk to a franchisor who's rolling out nationwide. So learn how a new emerging franchise rolls out nationwide. I'm not going to tell you. You're going to have to tune in next week at 11:30 Eastern. Bye. Thanks so much.